What up? Welcome to my YouTube channel. So in today's episode, we actually have a little bit of a juicy story time. And the story time is actually about Prince's background story. Now before you think, oh, what could possibly be that juicy? It's juicy, and it's actually the prime example of how only stupid things happen to me. Literally, the stupidest things happen to me. It's just like it just pisses me off. It's just like I swear I'm like a walking black cat. It's just bad luck all the time. For example, let me give you a prime example of the stupid things that happen to me on a daily basis. Like, for what? For example, I had to get a COVID test for a medical procedure, and homegirl on the phone was like, yeah, like, get it as soon as possible. I was like, alright. And I got it the next day because I'm like, let's just get this over with. Like, I never wanted to do the test in my life, and I still had to because it just looked stupid, painful, and goofy. So I did it. It actually did not hurt at all, but the nurse was really, really, really nice and very gentle. But it didn't hurt at all. So I was like, well, like, yeah, what the hell? Like, everybody's like saying that it hurts. It doesn't hurt at all. I get a call, and it's a guy, and he's like, hey, yo, when you plan on getting that test? I'm like, I already got it. He's like, oh. He's like, you already got it? I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh. He's like, yeah, I know. He was scratching his head at the desk because he was like, you actually, we require you to take it 3 days before the appointment. And I was like, sir, I'm not surprised to hear that. I'm not surprised to hear that you're telling me that I did the test too early, and I'm also just not surprised because of course that would happen to me. Of course that happens to me, of course. Anywho, so yes, I did the test. And if you are that pendeja that called me on the phone and told me to take it as soon as possible, I hope when you get the test it hurts. I hope it aches. I hope that it just doesn't go away. I hope they put it towards your brain. I hope it pokes your brain. Anywho. So yeah, that's another example of how stupid things only only happen to me. I don't think that was the right word, but yeah. Okay, so should I turn off this light? I don't want to be in the dark. Okay, sorry, I'm not gonna get into it because I just want to state this. Please guys, I'm running out of ideas. I need you guys to give me some ideas on what the hell I should do. For one of my friends that's watching, I will do the lookbook. She wants me to do a lookbook, but I won't do that until the summertime because it's winter right now and I don't have my winter clothes out. I mean my summer clothes out, and I don't have like this is the shirt I wore today and the pants I wore today. Like, when it comes to winter, I do not care. I do not care. I'm the most toastiest person you'll see because I do not care what I'm wearing. I'm gonna be toasty as hell. Okay. Anyway, so I'll do that in the summer. I won't be I probably won't ever do another story time. Number one, because I feel like I don't have a lot of story times other than customer story time. But I don't feel exactly comfortable making those type of videos because I don't want to mess with that just yet. Like, if I don't work there anymore, 100% I'm gonna tell you all the stories. But as of right now, I still work there, so I'm not gonna be doing custy stories because I don't know. I just don't trust it. Okay, I just don't trust the vibes on that. And then I won't be doing other type of story times because I don't really have, and I don't want to give attention to you thotty ass bitches. I really don't. I don't. You don't deserve the attention at all, so I'm not gonna give it to you. I'm not. Boo boo, no. Anyway, but I do have some story times, but not all of y'all may be interested. I have a lot of paranormal story times, but I don't want to do it in here because, well, we all know I wouldn't want to do those type. You talk too much. You talk too much. I don't look. I look kind of cute though. Anyway, sorry. Whoa. Yeah. So sorry. I just like the way I look. I look kind of cute. I'm just looking at myself, low key. Anywho, yeah. So paranormal time stories are the only story times I do have, unfortunately. Now, if you don't believe in it, that's okay. That's fine. Sometimes I wonder if they were hallucinations. I really do. But then I remember I was like 13 and 14 when this happened, so there was nothing that could make my brain hallucinate. If you catch my drift. If you catch my drift. So yeah, there was no... I can't tell you my, oh, what's that word? Sleep paralysis story times. That I can tell you because that's not necessarily like, nah, it's paranormal. I just know deep in my thing that sleep paralysis is more than something deeper than it is. I don't care what you say, call me crazy. Sleep paralysis is really suspicious, especially the types that I've had. That's weird. That's really, really weird. So yes, I'll probably do like a sleep paralysis story time just because I know it is intriguing and it's just crazy how the brain works like that. Sorry. So let me know if you are interested in that type of story time. Low key, I'm probably gonna still do the story time even though nobody told me to, but it is interesting to me. But we will see because talking about it does bring negative attention. So go. They already know my vibe. They already know I'm not interested. I'm not interested, guys. Go. So yeah, we homies. We homies. They know that they need to go. So let me start from the very beginning. So I was really young, so I don't know if maybe I'm getting the details wrong or if the details were correct or if I made up the details because I was really young and because I don't have memory from my childhood. LOL. Okay. So from what I remember, the beginning, I remember that my parents wanted to get me a cat because I was lonely, because my siblings were already teenagers. Obviously, they didn't want to play with me as much as I wanted to play with them, right? So they felt kind of bad. They're like, let's just get like a pet so she can play with it. LOL. So my dad took me to this lady's house whose cat just had given birth to a bunch of kittens. And my task was to, play with the kittens and then pick out my favorite cat. And I did. And I had to wait for, obviously, I don't know how long you wait. 6 months, 6 weeks, I don't freaking know. Something 6. So I had to wait for a while until the cat was, grown enough to be taken away from its mom. Right? So I had picked, I can't remember exactly the color of the cat, but the cat was, that's a good question, I don't know. The cat was dark. It's darker than Prince, it was way darker. I can't remember exactly what mix, I know it was like a mix of colors, but it was a dark cat. Anywho, so after waiting 5 million years for this cat to finally come, it came, and she put him on the cage. She put him on the table with the cage. I was looking at him through the little door, and I was hella hyped for this cat. And I was like, yes. Like I was probably telling all my friends at school that I was gonna get a cat. You know what kids be. And by the way, mind you, I was 7. I was around 7 or 6, so I was pretty young. Maybe I was a little younger. I don't know how old I was. I was young. I was like 5'2", 5'4", I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was like 5 or 6. Alright? Okay. So, according to sources, aka my siblings, they were going to name this cat Snoopy. Alright? So, Snoopy's owner, we gonna give her a name. We gonna call her Pendeja, because that's what she is. Nah, I feel like she need a better name. We gonna call her Witch, because that's what she was. She a witch. Anyway, so Witchy over here, tells my dad, like, hey, can I talk to you outside? He's like, yeah, okay. So they go on about their chat. My dad come back in. He looking a little suspicious. I'm vibing, though. And all of a sudden, homegirl grabs the cat like grabs the cage from the table and tells me, "I'm sorry, Samantha. Your house is just too small." And I was like looking at I don't know what the hell I did. I was just looking, I was probably looking at others like, what she said? Why she do that? So, she actually, she actually, she dead ass told me that my house, my apartment house, was too small for a cat. Now, I'm not a cat doctor, but was I getting a husky? Was I getting a husky? Was she giving me a husky? No. Oh my god. If I saw that hoe today, I would tell her straight up in her face that she's a cunt, because that is exactly what you are. You are a cunt with a big C. And a bit of a big T as well. Why not add that, right? So yes. So she took the cat away. And obviously, like, I was very devastated because, I was waiting so long for this cat to come just for this stupid idiot to tell me that my house is too small. Which makes no sense, because Prince, he doing lovely in this house, so I don't know what the hell he was talking about. She did have a big house, so I don't know if it was like oh, you hella poor, like, ooh, I don't know. So yes, so this hoe took away Snoopy, and I never heard of her again after that. So then obviously I was really, really depressed as a kid. I actually do remember that, I don't remember if it was a skunk or a raccoon, but it was like a cat toy that I was gonna give it. And I was playing with it by myself because I had no cat to play with. And I guess obviously my parents and maybe siblings felt really bad that happened, because of course that would happen to me. Like, of course that would happen to me. So obviously, so yeah, so, my dad went on Kijiji, found this cat named Prince. And the description, from what I remember, is that the owner claimed that they wanted someone who had kids or who could give this cat attention, because he seeked a lot of attention, but she didn't have time for him. So, she wanted to give him away. And homegirl dropped him off that day, and a king was brought into this house, aka Prince. Yes, Mr. Chuchito. Yes, and he was already named. He was already named Prince. It does fit his name. I mean, it does fit him, his personality, because he acts like a prince. So yes. So it is funny how it all kind of worked out, because in the end, Prince is actually one of the best pets I've ever had in my life. I'm hella obsessed with him. I love him so much. I would die for him. So yeah, I'm glad that it turned out that way, because Prince did end up being like a very needy cat, likes attention, and I needed attention as a kid. But from my memory, I don't really remember me and Prince getting along, because I probably annoyed the crap out of him. So yeah, I mean, now we get along, but as a kid, I don't think we did. So yes, so that's the story of how Prince came to be, and how me and Prince grew up together, because we did. It's actually his birthday month. I'm not sure when I'm gonna post this, but his birthday is March 15th. So don't forget to go on his page, tell him, "Happy birthday, Chuchito, how you doing?" He'll reply. He'll probably be like, "Meow," and that's the end of the story. Alright, so that's the end of the story. It was pretty short, but I don't really like to make long videos, because I don't have enough attention span to watch my own videos, and I'm assuming that you guys don't either. So enjoy this video about how stupid things happen to me.